What a comeback, huh? I didn't know if they had it in them after they went down 1-0 early in the third period in such this tight defensive game. So you're telling me that you're happy that this game ended in regulation and that it didn't result in a 3-point game? Yes, of course I am, Jersey guy. Why would you ever have the idea to think otherwise? I told you for a while there, back then, a ton of years ago, yes, the Stars were my second favorite team, but those days are long gone. Playing against them in the playoffs has diminished that. The Preds are my one and only. Then what, pray tell, is this? Where did you get that? I thought I had that buried. I own 5 different Preds jerseys. I've got a ton of Preds bobblehead dolls. I run an exclusive Preds YouTube channel that I do videos for non-stop. What do I have to do to convince you that above and beyond, I only bleed for this team? Everybody's hands go up, way up, as the Nashville Predators come back to defeat the Dallas Stars by a score of 2-1 Tuesday night inside Bridgestone Arena, with the captain getting the winner, his 15th of the season, and a 22 save performance by one Juuse Saros. The Preds pull certain victory from the jaws of defeat in this classic Preds Stars rivalry game. It's the 4th and final meeting for the Preds and Stars this season, unless of course they meet again in the playoffs. The Preds holding a 2-1 regular season lead between these two teams coming into tonight. It always seems to be the situation when these two teams play during the regular season that they're within a few points of each other in the Central Division standings. Well, tonight is no different. The Preds just 1 point back of the Stars, so you knew this game was going to be key. Neither team wanting to give the other a point by letting this game go to overtime or a shootout. And I just want to add the things I do for this team. I was watching this game on center ice tonight, and there was only one choice to watch them with, the Stars feed. So I missed the 3-man box on Bally Sports Tennessee. So I got stuck with the Stars commentary of it. Yeah, I could have gone online to try and find another way to watch the Preds feed, but that would have been on a massive delay, and I didn't want to miss a second of action in this tilt, knowing how crucial it was to the standings. So I endured the Stars feed. Preds had a great chance to open the scoring very early, but it went off of the post and stayed out of the net behind Ottinger. Then you had Matt Duchene trying to keep pace, get a goal lead on his teammate Philip Forsberg, who drove into the Stars net around a 2-minute mark into the game, but Ottinger kept that out too. About 6.5 minutes into the first period, you got ever snake-bitten Ellie Tovinen trying to get off the schneid. He's in front, causing the screen, gets a tip on the puck, and Ottinger covers up. Ottinger for the Stars was far and away their best player on the ice. Not so much I could say for their captain, but we'll get to that in the third period. That chance by Tovinen is followed up by Tovinen trying to set up Luke Kunin in front to bust this game open, but Ottinger is in a groove early. I knew in the first period, much like a lot of you probably did, a special effort was going to be needed to beat this Dallas Stars goalie in this game. Under 7 minutes left to go in the first period, probably the best Preds chance of that first period. You've got Granlund setting up Luke Kunin, who has a wide open net to look at, but Lindell of the Stars goes down to block the shot, keeping it out and keeping this a scoreless game. Late in the first period, under 2 minutes to go, you've got Luke Kunin, who takes a cross-checking call on Roope Hintz, giving the Stars the first power play of the game for either team. And fortunately, the Preds kill off the first 90 seconds before the first period concludes. The Preds with a slight edge in shots. Preds would successfully kill off the remainder of Luke Kunin's cross-checking penalty, and then would soon after would draw a hooking call as Radek Faksa takes down Ryan Johansson, and the Preds would get their first chance on a man advantage to try and control the momentum in this game. Preds had some solid looks on that power play, but couldn't create any chances. But then 8 minutes into the period, they would get rewarded again with their hard work with another power play as Trennan is tripped, but that one was not as good, with the Preds not able to really generate any chances or set up until the remainder of the last few seconds of the power play, as we play on, waiting to see who will land the first punch. We reached the last quarter of the second period, the Preds with about an 8-shot lead on the shot clock, but that doesn't mean a thing if you're not putting the puck in the net. Under 2 minutes left in the second period, Preds with an odd man rush. The puck comes to Luke Cunnin with a great chance to set up and open the scoring, but Ottinger again seems dialed in. What is it going to take to beat him and give the Preds the lead and essentially the victory? But alas, it's still scoreless after 2 periods. The Preds maintain a 24-13 shot advantage. Again, I got stuck with the Stars feed throughout this game. So at the second intermission, when their intermission crew was saying that this game, being scoreless and all, was playing right into the Stars' hands, I kind of got a little worried when John Klingberg opened the scoring once and for all, 32 seconds into the third period, giving the Stars a 1-0 lead. Preds applied some pressure the next following couple of minutes, but can't get any sustained pressure to try to exhaust Stars to try and get that tying goal. Here and there, the Stars would get some opportunities to get an insurance goal, but their best chance probably came under 9 minutes left to go, but Saros stopped them, keeping his team in this game, knowing they can get the victory. You've got just over 8 minutes left to go in regulation. The Stars are up by 1, looking home and cold, trying to nurse home this victory to take back to Texas with them. Play is in front of the Preds bench. Loose puck. You got Philip Forsberg going for the puck. He can't see from behind him. Stars captain, oh my God, Jamie Benn comes and boards Forsberg. Fortunately, Forsberg is okay as he collects himself, as fans are wondering what the heck Jamie Benn did that for. And Matthias Ekholm, like Mighty Mouse, here I come to save the day, comes to his teammate's defense and roughs him up. Yeah, maybe it would have not been the smartest thing to do. Maybe the Preds would have gotten a power play of it, but I like the fact, again, that this team sticks up for each other, and out of all the melee that would ensue, the teams would play 4-on-4. Just over a minute into the 4-on-4, you've got Michael Rafa, who looks to put this game away on a breakaway on Saros, and UC says, no soup for you, I am getting my team the 2 points. Well, that save of Saros's seems to inspire the Preds, because just under 7 minutes left to go in regulation, Preds with a rush into the Stars zone, and the puck gets away from Preds defenseman Alexander Carrier right onto the stick of number 92, Ryan Johansson, and he has nothing but daylight right to Ottinger's crease. He goes right in, goes forehand, backhand, gets it home. Preds tie the game 1-1. Thank you again, Jamie Benn, for that gift. It doesn't help you, but it helps us. We reached the last quarter of the final period. Preds feeding off the energy of a tie game. They're right back in this, and in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, can the Preds get the W in regulation? You've even got Ben Harper, of all people, laying out a nice clean hit on Dallas Stars Luke Glendening, and that's probably the biggest ovation that Ben Harper's ever going to get inside Bridgestone Arena, sans he scores an overtime regular season or shootout goal. And there's something in the air about this game as we inch closer to the end of regulation. You just knew that somebody, some big name on this team, was going to do something big. Just over 90 seconds left to go in regulation. The puck is deep in the Stars zone to Ottinger's right along the board. And here goes Dante Fabro in to get it. He plays keep away with Michael Rafa of the Stars, who can't keep up with him. And Dante Fabro gets it back to Roman Josi, who lets the one-time blast go through a screen that Philip Forsberg has created in front with Stars defender Hakapa. It's in the net. Josi's 50th of the season gives the Preds a 2-1 lead with 1:22 left to go in regulation. The Dallas Stars would pull Ettinger, trying to get the tying goal. The remainder of the 60 seconds or so left to go in regulation. The play is majority in the Preds zone. Tyler Seguin had the best chance to tie the game, but he shot the puck over the net. The Preds caught a break there. They kill off the remainder of the clock. Preds outshot in that third period, not by much, but the Stars had the majority of the chances. They could not get more than Klingberg's goal. Preds hang on to win this crucial Central Division rivalry tilt 2-1. What a game. Every point is going to be crucial if this team wants to make the playoffs again, with 26 games left to go in the regular season after this victory. With this win, the Preds overtake the Stars for the first wild card spot. The Wild win, so the Preds keep pace with them, staying 1 point back of them. And the Senators do the Preds and essentially everybody else in the Central Division a big favor and get a road win in St. Louis. So the Preds are now within 3 points of second place overall in the Central Division. Preds and Blues slated for a big Central Division tilt Saturday morning, a matinee game in Bridgestone Arena, which may decide which one of these teams maybe misses the playoffs, ends up in the wild card spot, or in that crucial 2-3 matchup, so you get to avoid a potential crossover with the Pacific Division, seeing as first place with Colorado's large lead seems out of reach. Now, the Preds won the first part of this crucial 5-game group of games. They have Anaheim coming into town on Thursday night, and they're going to be pissed that they got their butts handed to them in Chicago Tuesday night. Use the energy you harnessed from winning this game and keep your longtime playoff series rival, not necessarily your division rival, but your playoff series rival, Anaheim, out of a playoff spot by getting another victory on Thursday. So that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. As always, click like if you liked this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. You can find my social media as always by clicking on the channel name. Tell all your friends about Predemption. I would welcome a playoff series war against the Stars once again this spring, where I would root for the Preds.